Hello, and welcome to the second episode of In Your Dreams. Last week, we talked about a way to start remembering your dreams, and now I want to help you make sense of them. We're going to first use a method developed by Sigmund Freud, one of the most influential persons in the history of dream interpretation. In the year 1900, Freud published a book called The Interpretation of Dreams. In this book, he describes a technique he calls free association, in which the dreamer breaks down the significant parts of the dream and ascribes meaning to them in whichever way seems most fitting. Freud's most famous dream example is about a patient of his named Irma. In the dream, Freud encounters Irma at a large party. She looks ill, and he tells her, "If you still have pains, it's your own fault." Then he examines her by looking down her throat. He sees rare white patches and curly bone-like structures. He calls a couple of colleagues over to help assess the situation. The group decides she has an infection caused by an improper injection administered by one of the colleagues. Using his technique of free association to understand his dream, Freud breaks it down into several parts. To keep things simple, I will refer to just 4 main parts. Part 1. He is at a party. Freud remembers his wife's upcoming birthday party where he will see Irma. Part 2. He tells his patient if she has pains, it's her own fault. Freud remembers Irma had rejected one of his treatment recommendations. Part 3. He examines her and finds scabs in her throat. Freud notices Irma has a physical reason to be ill, then it's not his fault since he only treats mental illnesses. Part 4. It is decided an improper injection has been made by one of his colleagues. He has found someone to blame for Irma's illness. Freud believed dreams are wish fulfillments and concluded that this dream represented his wish to be acquitted of responsibility for Irma's condition. Furthermore, he believed a lot of these wishes we have describe desires that we hide from ourselves because they are forbidden or embarrassing. He theorized dreams allow us to confront and process these feelings by presenting them in a more acceptable form. If these wishes were not censored, they would be so shocking we would wake up. This idea of censorship also helps explain why dreams can be so bizarre. The mind is protecting itself and our restorative sleep by disguising uncomfortable thoughts in strange ways. So, you can now apply free association to your own dreams. Take one of the dreams you have written down, reflect on each image, and write down what comes to mind. Can you see a wish or desire that might be conveyed? Are there any conflicting feelings? Do you recognize a thought, feeling, or attitude that you hadn't paid attention to before? Now, I know the way Freud thinks of dreams can seem a bit harsh. Luckily, there's an opposing view proposed by Carl Jung, that dreams don't hide our thoughts from us, but rather reveal something valuable and essential. But we will have to talk about that next week. Until then, sweet dreams.